中高生の基礎英語
In English. Hello, listeners, and welcome to the show. I'm Gary Scott Fine.
Hello, everyone. I'm Hannah Grace. I'm so glad you joined us today.
Hello, I'm 中村陸 Let's have a great week.
Ooh,
Let's
that
have a
sounds
great
good. All right, then. Let's start the lesson.
Topic 13. Day 1.
Let's warm up by chatting about this week's topic.
The topic question this week is, should older students get special treatment? Should older students get special treatment?
Special treatment. That means some people are given the chance to do something that other people are not.
Yes. There are a lot of examples of special treatment for different ages.
That's true. For example, when you buy a ticket to see a movie, the cost of the ticket often depends on your age.
Riku, can you think of any special treatment that you can get if you are older or younger?
In restaurant, children menu or senior food.
In a restaurant, there is a children's menu or foods for seniors.
Yes.
That's a good example of special treatment in restaurants. In some cases, I think it's good to give special treatment to older people.
Me too. There are lots of places like zoos, museums, and aquariums where you can get in for less money if you are over 60 or 65 years old.
Right. But in high school or junior high school, should older students get special treatment?
That's the question. Riku, on day 5, you'll share your opinion and your reasons.
Okay.
Now, let's take a look at this week's dialogue.
A few weeks ago, Mika and the leader of the video club, Taiga, had a conversation about the type of video they should make.
Right. Mika wants to make an educational video, but Taiga wants to make an entertaining video.
Now Mika is talking to Mr. Arai, the teacher who is in charge of the video club.
Let's find out what they're talking about.
An educational video about our school clubs would be so much better than a silly superhero video. Don't you think?
I do. But Tiger's the leader of the video club. It's his decision.
Why?
It's a school tradition.
In other words, that's how we always do it. It's a rule.
It's not a rule. It's a custom. Usually, the leader of the club is in the last year of high school and chooses the final project.
That's silly too. Why should older students get special treatment?
Third-year students are about to graduate. It's their last chance to do something together. That's a pretty good reason, right?
I think we should choose the best idea, period.
But then some people might never get to do their idea. Everyone should have a turn. That's fair.
I think everyone's opinion is important, Mr. Arai. Voting is fair.
Yes. Well, you have a point. I'll talk to Taiga.
Thank you.
Interesting conversation.
Yes. So, Riku, what were you able to catch?
Mr. Arai said it's a school tradition.
Yes.
And I'll talk to Taiga.
Very good. It's a school tradition. That means it's a tradition in the school.
Yes.
It seems that Mika didn't like the result of her talk with the club leader, Taiga, so she has gone to the club teacher, Mr. Arai, to try to get a different result.
New words.
New phrases. Here are some words you might have heard for the first time.
The first one is silly. Silly.
The word silly means foolish, not serious.
Right. In the dialogue, Mika calls Taiga's idea a silly superhero video.
Yeah, Mika thinks Taiga's idea is foolish, not serious.
But silly isn't always bad. Something that's silly could be fun.
That's true. But Mika also says the school tradition is silly.
She thinks that the club leader choosing the project is a foolish custom.
Ah, that's our second new word today. Custom. Custom.
A custom is something that you usually do, or a way of doing things that has been the same for a long time.
Right. For example, in Japan, on New Year's Day, it's a custom for adults to give children a small gift of money.
Riku, can you think of an example of a Japanese custom?
Before eating, we say いただきます.
That's a very good example. Yes, and special to Japan.
Yes. In the dialogue, Mika's teacher, Mr. Arai, says a custom is not a rule. You don't have to do it. A custom is something that people usually do.
Okay. Our third new word today is turn. Turn.
The word turn has many meanings, but here, a turn means an opportunity to do something in order.
Riku, you might know the expression, it's your turn.
Yes.
It's your turn means, now it's your time. It's your chance.
For example, if you're at a karaoke box and it's your turn, you take the mic and sing.
Right. In the dialogue, Mr. Arai says, everyone should have a turn. That means everyone should have an opportunity.
Okay, now let's listen to the dialogue one more time. Pay attention to the way these words are being used.
An educational video about our school clubs would be so much better than a silly superhero video. Don't you think?
I do. But Taiga's the leader of the video club. It's his decision.
Why?
It's a school tradition.
In other words, that's how we always do it. It's a rule.
It's not a rule. It's a custom. Usually, the leader of the club is in the last year of high school and chooses the final project.
That's silly too. Why should older students get special treatment?
Third-year students are about to graduate. It's their last chance to do something together. That's a pretty good reason, right?
I think we should choose the best idea, period.
But then some people might never get to do their idea. Everyone should have a turn. That's fair.
I think everyone's opinion is important, Mr. Arai. Voting is fair.
Yes. Well, you have a point. I'll talk to Taiga.
Thank you.
Conversation strategy.
Today's conversation strategy is checking if someone agrees with you.
Right. Often you use these expressions when you hope that someone agrees with you.
Riku, when you want to know if someone agrees with you, what do you say?
Tell me about your opinion.
That's a good way to directly ask someone.
Okay, let's look at two useful expressions from this week's dialogue. The first one is...
Don't you think? Don't you think?
Yes. Don't you think means you think so too, don't you? Or you agree, don't you?
In the dialogue, Mika says an educational video would be better than a superhero video. And then she asks, don't you think?
She hopes that Mr. Arai agrees with her.
Everyone, let's try this. Ready? Don't you think? Don't you think? Very good.
Okay, here's another similar expression from this week's dialogue. Right? Right?
Right means that's correct, isn't it? Or you agree, don't you?
Yes. In the dialogue, Mr. Arai thinks that his reason is pretty good.
He hopes that Mika agrees with him, so he adds, right?
Yeah. Let's practice, everybody. Ready? Right? Right? Good job.
Okay, Riku. Try using don't you think and right to check whether we agree with you.
Say something about math or sports or sushi that you think is true, and then check if we agree.
Okay. Sports are difficult, don't you think?
Yes, I do. I agree. Sports are difficult. Many sports are difficult.
And most people like sushi, right?
Maybe. I don't know. But I like sushi.
One more thing. You can also use right to show that you agree with someone.
Yes. If you agree strongly with something that someone says, you can say, right?
Yeah. In this case, right means I know, I agree. Here's an example.
I went to the sushi restaurant you told me about the other day.
How was it?
It was so good.
Right? All right. Riku, everyone, try using don't you think and right when you want to check if someone agrees with you. Everyone, that's it for today. Mika wants to change the way decisions are made in her club. So, she goes and talks to Mr. Arai. Riku, if you were in the same position as Mika, would you do the same?
It's a school tradition. I give up.
You'd give up, so you would support the school tradition.
Yes.
You'll follow the tradition.
That makes sense. Mika, she has a very strong will. She feels very strongly.
Yes.
Yeah. Or you could say she's stubborn. Riku, do you remember the word stubborn?
Yes.
You do? Stubborn means you do not easily accept another idea. You want to do things your way. Mika seems stubborn here. She won't give up her idea
Yes.
for the video project.
She doesn't want to change her idea or
Right.
opinion.
Yeah, she has a strong will.
And she is stubborn.
Yeah. Tomorrow, we'll take a closer look at what Mika says. So, until then,
Bye.